Well, the thing, I've been fighting them for 20 years, 21 years. And so I've come to a conclusion on how to fight with them. And the thing of it is,
I'm joined by my co-host and social influencer, Aaron Carranza. Aaron, you ready for the next call?
I am.
Okay, let's talk to Shorty from Illinois. Shorty, did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
well, I had some comments about the fight.
What
and
fight?
I think I talked to you before and asked you to watch the video, Show Me the Law, number 12.
Okay, Shorty,
Did you watch it?
Shorty, I have no idea what you're talking about. What fight?
Okay. Well, the fight is with CPS, you know.
Okay, I've been fighting them over 30 years. What's going on?
Okay, so, well, the thing, I've been fighting them for 20 years, 21 years. And so I've come to a conclusion on how to fight with them. And the thing of it is that they come under mob action, all done by fraud upon the court, all done under color of law, and they come with the guns. They take jurisdiction down a cold steel barrel of a gun, and they claim that it's okay to do that, and it's not.
Well, I agree with you, but our court system, and we're a country of laws, our court system says
Right.
that it is okay.
No, it's not. See, when you go in under a court of record action, the judge is actually wearing a hat of a magistrate, and the magistrate is independent of the tribunal. And so he can't make a decision for you or against you. See, you have to come under one of the people. You're free. You're not a 14th Amendment citizen. You're actually an Article 4, Section 2 citizen. See, if you're a 14th Amendment citizen, then you have to subject yourself to their jurisdiction. And if you don't subject yourself to their jurisdiction, they have no authority. That's no jurisdiction.
Well, Shorty,
and if they have no jurisdiction.
Shorty, let me ask you something. Have you ever won this argument in any courtroom?
Yes.
And did you get your children back?
I've helped others get their children back.
Okay, but you've been battling, you said 20 years, and you've made these arguments in your case. Okay.
See, if you come under, you got to come under a common law procedure. That changes everything. And then you got to be one of the people in the state in which you're in. So you're independent from their jurisdiction. They have no authority over you.
Understood what you're saying. Shorty, I've heard these arguments before. I never tell anyone that they're wrong. I never say that. I just say I disagree with you. I've seen people try to use these arguments before unsuccessfully, at least in the state of California. I don't know about Illinois. I'm not licensed to practice there, but I've been up and down the state of California, and I've heard, and people have called me. Maybe 4 or 5 months ago, a guy hired me from Northern California, and he calls me back after he hires me and says, these are the arguments I want you to make. And there are arguments that, similar arguments that you just let us hear about. And I told him that I wouldn't do it, and he fired me. And maybe about 4 weeks later, he calls me back. And he says, look, I want to apologize. I want to hire you back. I found a lawyer who took my money and made those arguments, and we got blown out of court. Because I can just tell you that they're not going to be successful.
Well, arguments. I don't know what the arguments were. See, when you go in under a court of record action, you don't put motions before the court. You put orders.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Aaron. You wanted to say something?
I was just wondering, he said he's been fighting. Sir, you said you've been fighting for 20 years. How are you fighting? Are you a victim? Are you an advocate? Are you an attorney?
Well,
I have a little bit of background.
I could be whatever. You know, it depends on the situation. You know, I can go in as a Sixth Amendment next to friend court counsel, or I can go in under the special master document. Mm-hmm. You know, I can speak.
Well, how did you get into fighting CPS? How did that start? It might be a more relative question.
Well, they came after me and my family.
Okay.
And then I saw that it wasn't just me and my family. You know, I saw that it wasn't a mistake. And so I came to the conclusion of 20 years that CPS is an organized crime ring. Mm-hmm. And they operate under mob action.
Mm-hmm.
Do what?
I said I won't disagree with you on that point, sir. They're definitely organized very well.
So then you got to treat them like that. And so then you go after them. And you go after them under a court of record action under common law procedures. And they don't teach you that in law school. I've never been to law school, but I've been through all the rhetoric of being in a court. And I've had tons of action in the court, and I've helped tons of families get in the court. But if you don't follow procedure, then you're going to lose. That's just all there is to it. You know, I just was helping a lady the other day, and we were supposed to have been to court on Friday, but then the paperwork said on Wednesday. And she never handed me the copy of the paperwork, so I wasn't able to go with her into the court because they had court 2 days before the day that we thought that they were going to have it. The judge, when I was in the courtroom, the judge says, we'll be back in 30 days, which would have been the 15th. But he put on the paper the 13th. But I only heard what he said, and I didn't see the document. And so we weren't there. But I got an opportunity to talk to an assigned attorney this coming next Thursday. And so she is not willing to fight under a jurisdictional argument. See, if once you file a counterclaim, then everything changes.
2 minutes.
It has to be heard before the claim. And if you file a counterclaim under mob action, filed upon the court under color of law, it depends on what language you use in there. And you got to use the right language.
Hey, Shorty, you know what I want you to do? If you could help me out, I'd like to examine some of the arguments and some of the motions you're talking about. Do you mind emailing me some of those and I can take a look at them? I'm always willing to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good because we need people.
My email address
is... That's the whole thing there. You know, it's all how you look at it. See, they start off with the all caps name. And that doesn't have anything to do with the individual because they don't sign their name in all caps name. That's called, I can't say the word.
1 minute.
It's called capitis demunches. And
hey, Shorty,
if you see...
Shorty, hold on a second. I got to cut you off because my engineer is telling me we got to take a news break. Shorty, my email address is v.davis@vincentwdavis.com. That's v.davis@vincentwdavis.com. Shorty, I want to thank you for calling in. I want to thank you for listening. I'm going to expect your emails. I'm going to review it. And maybe you can call in a couple weeks. We'll talk some more about it. Okay, we're going to take a break now for some messages, a news break. This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS and Win, and we'll be right back after this break.